Hello and welcome to the next episode of our Let's Look At series on my channel here. So far we've done a player's handbook, a complete guide, which was the little encyclopedia, and then Unearthed Arcana. Today we're going to be doing the Monster Manual for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Now I already opened this up. There is a name on in the cover, which I was going to read, but apparently they also put it looks like they put their cell phone number. Yeah, you can see it, so I'm not going to show it. So we'll just go right into it. But Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual, an alphabetical compendium of all the monsters found in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, including attacks, damage, special abilities, and descriptions. And then we have the foreword, which I'll read a little bit. It is with a certain measure of pride that we at TSR bring you this second part of the new Dungeons & Dragons releases, the long-awaited Monster Manual for Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. We are doubly proud of the format of this book, i.e. its special hardcover, a first in the gaming world and another step in our continuing quest for top-quality products. So yeah, it's hardcover. I think the player... Yeah, I have the Player's Handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide for this edition. But where are we? So we got number of appearing, hit dice, explanatory notes. The term monster is used throughout this work in two manners. Its first and most important meaning is to designate any creature encountered, hostile or otherwise, human, humanoid, or beast, until the encountering party determines what they have come upon. It is a monster. The secondary usage of this term is in the usual sense, a horrible or wicked creature of some sort. Thus, a monster is encountered during the course of a dungeon expedition, and is discovered to be an evil high priest who just might turn out to be a monster in the other senses as well. Note, however, that despite this terminology, humans, and such kin as dwarves, elves, gnomes, half-elves, and halflings, always use the matrix for humans when attacking, even if such humans were encountered as monsters in the course of an adventure. And let's just jump right into it. We got Aerial Servant. Let me move this over a little bit. We've got Aerial Servant. The Aerial Servant is a semi-intelligent form of an air. The Aerial Servant is a semi-intelligent form of an air elemental. It is typically encountered only due to a conjuration by a cleric. Although these creatures roam the ethereal and astral planes, and when encountered, they can be dimly seen. An aerial servant is normally invisible. Aerial servants do not fight per se, but they are exceedingly strong and very fast. That's pretty cool. An Ankeg, which we know, giant ant, gorilla ape, ape carnivorous. A carnivorous ape is a larger, stronger, and very aggressive relative of the gorilla. This beast has fair intelligence, IQ 70 up, and is very cunning. It hungers particularly for human flesh. The eyesight of the ape is keen, as is its hearing and sense of smell, so it is surprised only on a roll of 1. If it strikes his opponent with both hands, the ape does an additional 1 to 8 hit points of rending damage. And then you got the giant ants down here, the Ankeg right here, ape right here, and then you got Axebeak, which I think we know that one. Badger, baboon, badger, Balchuterium. This creature is a prehistoric ancestor of the rhinoceros. It is a huge herbivorous mammal with a tendency to charge at anything nearby in order to trample it. If 2 are encountered, they will be a mated pair. If 3 are encountered, the third will be a young Balchuterium. Roll percentile dice to determine size. Barracuda, basilisk, bear, beaver giant, beetle giant. Ooh, here we go. Beholder. There's a staple. You can see the art. The beholder, eye tyrant sphere of many eyes, is most frequently found underground, although it infrequently will lair in desolate wilderness. The globular body of this monster is supported by levitation, and it floats slowly about as it wills. Atop the sphere are 10 eyeballs, while in its central area are a giant 11th eye and a large mouth filled with pointed teeth. The body is protected by a hard, chitinous covering. The creature's eye stalks and eyes are also protected, although less well, thus the armor class of 2 and 7 respectively. So that's a beholder. Black Pudding, another one. The Black Pudding is a monster composed of groups of single cells. It is a scavenger/hunter found only in underground areas normally. The body structure of a black pudding is such that it can flow through narrow openings such as one crack under a door. The monster travels equally well on walls or ceilings as well as floors. Its tiny mouths and salivas do 3 to 24 hit points of damage per melee round to exposed flesh. I hate black puddings. Blink dog, boar, brain mole. Here we go. This one I'm not familiar with. Oh, I got something in my eye. Brain mole. Small, mole-like animals which inhabit most places above and below ground. Brain moles are attracted by psionic activity of any sort, including magical spells which duplicate psionic effects. When a brain mole is within 30 inches or feet of any creature exercising such psionic abilities, it will seek to feed upon the energy being used psionically, burrowing into the mind. Okay, that's horrifying. Brownie. Brownies are distant relatives of halflings, perhaps half halfling, half pixie, but they are smaller and far less common. They are basically friendly to humans and their ilk, dwarves, elves, and halflings, but because they are shy, they are seldom seen and favor quiet, pastoral areas in which to dwell. Okay, buffalo, bugbear, bullet. Look at the little art for the bullet. The bullet, or land shark, was thought to be extinct until recently when the horror reappeared. It was the result of a mad wizard's experimental crossbreeding of a snapping turtle and armadillo with infusions of demon's ichor. that's wild. Bull, and then we're on to sea. Camel, carrion crawler, catoblepis. This is familiar to me because it's in the new books. This nightmare creature is loathsome beyond description and has no redeeming features. Its body resembles that of a huge bloated buffalo and gives off an offensive odor. The catoblepis neck is long and thin, and perched atop it is a big head uglier than that of a warthog. Its legs are thick and stumpy, much like a hippopotamus. Cattle, which is just cattle. Centaur, centipede, cerebral parasite. These creatures are not visible to the human eye and can be only detected psionically by means of careful examination of a person's aura. They can be removed only by a cure disease spell. If a psionically endowed creature comes within one of cerebral parasites, they will attack, but the attack will be completely unnoted. That's horrifying. Thereafter, whenever psionic abilities, including attacks and defense, are used, the parasites will drain additional psionic energy to feed upon. Each parasite will drain one energy point at one energy point. Furthermore, after one has fed upon 6 psionic energy points, it will reproduce other parasite and thereafter continue to drain as well as its offspring. They cannot be psionically attacked. Okay, that sucks. Chimera, cockatrice, coatl, crab, crayfish, crocodile, demon. Oh my, they have a full explanation for demon. Got Demogorgon, Jubilex, manes. Those dead which go to the 666 layers of the demonic abyss become manes. The most evil of them are confined in tiers of flames of Gehenna. They are semi-intelligent and attack any non-demon with nails and teeth. Now we have Orcus, Prince of the Undead. Succubus, Type 1 Vrok, what? Type 1 Vrok, Type 2 Hezru, Type 3 Glabrazul, Type 4 Nalthashines, Type 5 Marilith, Type 6 Baelor, I never know how to pronounce it, Yongu, Demon Lord of Knolls. And now we're on to devils. We've got Asmodeus, Beelzebub, Bone Devil, Barbed Devil, Dispider, Uranus, Geryon, Horned, Ice Devil, Lemur. Here we go, Lemur. I used these once in one of my very first sessions. The lemurs are the form which the dead who inhabit the 9 hells are put in. These vaguely human blobs are then tormented by devils. Their minds are quite gone, and they will attack anything non-devilish which they see. Okay, they got Pit Fiend. Now we on to dinosaurs. Anatosaurus. These are duck-billed dinosaurs of the plant-eating sort. They run from attack. They are only defended by a lashing tail. Ankylosaurus. They're so short. Antrodemus, Apatosaurus, Archolion, Ichthyosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Camarasaurus, Ceratosaurus, Cetiosaurus, Dionychidus, Diplodocus, Elastomerus, Gorgasaurus, Iguanodon. I want to get through dinosaurs. Lamborsaurus, Megalosaurus, Monolithus. I don't know how to say half these freaking words. Mosasaurus, Pelosonosus, I'm struggling here. Platysaurus, Plesiosaurus, Petrodon, Stegosaurus, Styracosaurus, Teratosaurus, Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus Rex. I know that one. Displacer Beast, something I know. Thank you. Displacer Beast. A pack of these monsters always contains only full-grown beasts. The molecular vibrations of the Displacer Beast are such that it always appears to be 3 to the left, right, ahead, or behind. Its actual position, thus, always to be right, left, or behind its actual position. Thus, these monsters always cause opponents to subtract 2 from attack dice rolls and add 2 to the dice rolls for saving throws. Jinn. The Jinn are creatures from the aerial plane. Their magical properties enable them to do any of the following once per day. Create nutritious food for 2 to 12 persons. Create water or wine 2 to 12 persons. Create soft goods or wooden items up to about 16 cubic feet out of the former, 9 feet of the latter. With performance, create metal items of short lifespan. Short lifespan. The harder the metal, the shorter the time it lasts. I.e., gold has about a 24-hour existence. Jinn steel only lasts 1 hour, of up to about 1,000 gold pieces weight. That's a lot. More. That keeps going. Then we got dog, dolphin, doppelganger. I use doppelgangers a lot. These bipedal creatures of mutable form so that they are able to shape themselves into the likeness of any humanoid creature from 4 to 8 foot tall, which they observe. Having become the double for a person, they attempt to do away with that victim and assume its place. Then we've got dragons. Oh my goodness, so much info on dragons. Black dragon. What time is it? Yeah, black dragon, brass dragon, blue dragon, bronze, chromatic. What? Tiamat. Tiamat. Let's read Tiamat. Tiamat rules the first plane of the 9 hells, where she spawns all the evil dragon kind. She hates all good as fiercely as she loves cruelty and hoards wealth. She is seldom 10% outside her lair, but occasionally she comes to Earth to place a new dragon or to seek more treasure. She can travel astrally or ethereally. Then we got copper, gold, platinum, Bahamut. Let's read Bahamut. The king of good dragons. Bahamut, the platinum dragon, dwells in a great fortified palace behind the east wind. No one knows for certain if this place is even on the elemental plane of air or some betwixt it and the 7 heavens or tribe paradises. Save Bahamut and his courts. Only he knows where they are. Green dragon, red dragon, silver, white, dragon eye. A weird cross between a brass dragon and a... Hold on, my light's on. That helps. I'm sitting here struggling in the dark. And it's almost over. A weird cross between a brass dragon and a giant lion. The dragon is both very rare and most solitary. The beast fights with its huge claws and great fangs, but its most dreaded weapon is a horrible roar. This sound causes weakness to all within 12 feet of the monster unless they save against paralyzation. Dragon turtle. Perhaps this most feared of water creatures is the dragon turtle. They are found in very large rivers and lakes as well in the sea. I didn't know about... I think in the new editions it's just sea. Its thick shell makes it nearly impossible to harm, while its powerful claws and jaws easily rip opponents to shreds. Yep, dryad, dwarf. Into the E's. Eagle, ear seekers. That sounds horrifying. Ear seekers are small insectoids which are found in wood. They live by eating dead cellulose, but they need warm places in which to lay their eggs, and they favor places like ears. If this creature enters a warm place... What? If this creature enters a warm place, it will always lay 9 to 16 tiny eggs and then crawl out to die. When the eggs hatch 4 to 24 hours later, the larvae eat the surrounding flesh, generally burrowing inwards to where the most food and body heat is, killing their host 90% of the time. A cure disease spell will destroy the eggs. That's horrifying. That's really horrifying. Eel, Ifriti. I'll read Ifriti, and I'll finish this page, and then we'll be done. The Ifriti are creatures from the elemental plane of fire, just as the Jinn come from plane of air. They are enemies of Jinn, and will always attack when they encounter them. An Ifriti can be forced to serve for a maximum of 1,001 days, or causing it to fulfill 3 wishes. And then elementals, air elemental. An air elemental is only made of locomotion by flying. They can, of course, move it slower than speed listed. If in combat in the air, they gain a +1 on hit probability and a +2 on each of the damage dice they cause. Okay. So let's put my bookmark. The whole bookmark. So that's it for today's book, the Monster Manual. If you enjoyed what you saw today, consider leaving a like and subscribing. And I may not respond to all comments, but I do read them, so feel free to leave comments. But thanks for watching.